Salam alaikum. And that'll be the last time I'll be talking in Arabic. Because I've got a proposal here. Presently, at this time, in the middle of January 2024, we have yet again Muslims causing trouble and getting trouble thrown upon them. In the West, in Western cities, they're amassing and frightening the local populace. Yes, demonstrate for Palestine against Israel, if you must. However, wouldn't it be better if you're a Muslim MP here, or in America, or in Europe, to go and become an MP in Palestine? Or even, if you're that passionate about it, go, leave the West, and go and fight in Palestine for your Muslim brothers. But no, you continue to invade the White House, invade, British statues and British monuments, deface them and causing trouble, as if, we're meant to get involved. Yes, there is involvement in stopping attacks on civilian vessels in the sea, but as I've said before, Jews and Muslims and Christians should live together. We're all from the Abrahamic religion. We all have the same God, or Allah, or Jehovah, all the same, or Odin, or Zeus, they're all the same person, God. And this is the trouble, fighting and conflict again. And this is why I was thinking the best way, not particularly in America, but we could try this in the United Kingdom, is to anglicize Islam. When the Roman Catholic Church came to England, to take over, well, even when the Romans came, to take over from the Celts, then the Roman Catholics came and everything was in Latin. Then people couldn't read over here, and so they looked at maybe a stained glass window, but not until it was translated, the Bible was translated from Latin and the service was translated to English, to the vernacular, that people got to understand it more. And it should be the same with the Quran. We have English translations of the Quran. I've got some here, that one there, and I've got this one here. So yes, instead of having services in Arabic, we have services in English. And this is what I propose, to set up a mosque where everything's in English, where the English people, where, the white English people. And before you say, oh, discrimination, may I mention the Quran, Surah 3, 106. And you can even go so far as a Christian book, such as the Book of Mormon, 2 Nephi 5:21, which state, yes, the lighter you are, the more godly you are. The darker you are, the more simple you are. And that's how it's been, and always has been. But regardless of racial discrimination, we won't potty about it. That's what's in these religious books, all these Abrahamic books. Remember, Jesus wasn't a Negro, but he was probably white. He was probably olive skinned. He was probably a Greek Cypriot. So, and Muhammad would have been an Arab, and he wouldn't have been black. So, we can go. But what I suggest is, regardless of that I've seen an actual venue, rundown church. I would show a picture, but I don't really want to at a minute until this is pretty off the ground. But what I was suggesting is that we separate, anglicize Islam in this country. And that means all the prayers, you would still do the Salah, but all the prayers in English, all religious traditions in English, everything, Qurans in English, English people worshiping Allah. Truly, that's a better thing than causing all this trouble and enforcing, the views of Arabs onto the West, saying you must learn Arabic, you must do this, you must do that. That's getting you nowhere. That's just causing. That's why you've got gate wielders in power now and watercolour, because you just won't like have a compromise. And this is what I suggest. So put it in the comments. Would anyone want to crowdfund an Anglican mosque? As I say, I've seen a building. So if we get the crowdfund together to lease this building, to do it all like a mosque, but no Arabic writing inside. In fact, there's a version of English we could use, which is pretty much looks similar to Arabic, but it's actually English. Can't remember particularly what the name of it is, the language is. But prayer mats, yeah. Salah, yes. You'll still have your wash basins. They'll have to be installed, obviously, to wash yourselves before prayer. But everything else would be just like a mosque. Everything else, the direction you face, to the car, whatever, it's all there. But everything will be in English. And of course, the other thing I wouldn't allow is the burqa, which I think is sort of oppressive and misogynistic, and I just do not agree with it in the West. Other than that, everyone, you wear hijab and wear for women, but this is mainly for men first, because I think that the venue's a bit small. But men can wear their attire, no problem with that. And at the end of the day, I think this would be the best idea going forward. If you want to try and have people accept Islam in England or in Great Britain, is that have a compromise. Teach in the vernacular, have an England, which would be me, to preach, and do the good tidings that Allah says, to be a good person, not a bad person, to do charity. And that's the thing. And not everyone cause harm or drama or trouble, which is what a lot of non-Muslims think. Muslims always do. And unfortunately, that's the image you give. So, if you would like to crowdfund an Anglican mosque, please let me know. And in the comments below, and we'll see what we do then. But I'm not going to do nothing yet until there's an interest in it. But for now, God is great, Allah is great. Goodbye for now.